The following is a presentation of the Belly Up Sports Media Network.
Dave, now that you're a publicized writer here, I want to give me one of your best tonight. Would you rather, from the notebook that you've been writing in for the 3.5 years from doing this stupid show, I want to hear it. I you know what? Before we get to that, I feel a little bit bad for the Bengals because they were my first fuck that team, but because Joey Burrow's hurt now and they're getting stomped tonight, man. That team is fucked.
They're fucked. I told you not to buy in, even though I love, you know how much I love Joe Cool. I love Joe Cool, but I said this team doesn't deserve this. They got a shitty owner, and I'm glad the karma is coming and biting them in the ass. Yeah, they're fucked. They're fucked. I have always been a little more fan.
Would you rather? Let me hear that.
Look, my would you rather is a three-parter tonight.
Oh, a three-parter.
A three-parter. One, like it's I'm gonna give you names, and I'm gonna say, would you rather have this career, or this career? One for the NBA, one for Major League Baseball, and one for NHL. We're not doing NFL because that one's a little too hard. So I'm gonna start with the NBA because neither of us give a shit about that game. But would you rather have the career of big shot Bob Horry or present NBA superstar, malcontent, often traded James Harden?
Bobby Horry, Robert, as he liked to be known as back when he played, is a much more distinguished gentleman than James Harden. James Harden could probably, I don't even think his mother likes him other than the bank account he has. I've never, Horry made shots. He played for the, he played
7 rings.
He played for everywhere that won. I was going to get like everywhere that Horry played, he won. It wasn't because of him that they won, but he helped every team he played for win. And does that make sense? Like,
for sure.
Like it wasn't ever like if we better be guarding Robert Horry
tonight. He was more than a bit player.
Yeah, we better be guarding Horry tonight, or we're gonna lose. No, Horry was a player that was a subsidiary of everything else. But Harden is the biggest jackwagon in the history of professional sports. It's not close. He made a statement last night after they lost again, the Clippers, and said, what did he say? He said, "You got to remember that I didn't have a preseason." Well, that's because you didn't want to play.
Show up.
You were looking to get traded and everything else. He's the biggest idiot in sports history. So I will take. I'd rather be Bobby Horry.
And then obviously Harden is a couple zeros more on the bank account than Horry. Yeah, different.
But I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Like I'll be fine. I'll go on fucking whatever podcast and make some money and everything else. No, I'd rather have a little bit of integrity than be fucking stupid fucking Harden. No, there isn't anybody. People who don't even watch sports don't like Harden.
I don't understand.
He is such a fuckhead.
I don't understand how teams trade for him, and do fans embrace him? Like, is Clipper fan happy to have him there?
No, because they're already trying to get rid of him. Like even Kawhi's like, this ain't working. And Kawhi's a jackwagon himself.
This guy's too selfish for me.
Yeah, he's selfish.
And still, at paying him $40 million a year to be an asshole.
What's funny is that there must be whiplash fucking syndrome in the fucking in the Clippers locker room or in their lunch wagon with the like what? Kawhi said he's selfish. Like fuck me.
Kawhi comes in the locker room. Hey, fuck, what's your name? You hate him too, don't you? Fuck, I've been your teammate for 3 years. Kawhi.
It's unbelievable. Yeah. Well, I'm not in season form because I'm in the preseason. But that was on you. And why these guys keep signing him? It's unbelievable.
I don't understand why there's always a trade partner.
I
That's
don't.
what
I don't watch
blows
the
me away.
basketball, and neither of us do.
Yeah,
But I don't understand
him and Kyrie. Like, why are they employed? But whatever. So we're done with NBA. I'm
Throw
so we got
$40 million into the fucking 14-point sports bar.
$40 million.
You'll get a lot
$1
more
million.
out of it.
Just give him
$40
$39
million. Well, sit away. It's unbelievable.
It really is. It's unbelievable to be a pain in the ass and be disruptive and not.
And we're not going to win.
Ah, fuck. Don't
Yeah.
blame me. Well, fuck, it can't always be my fault. Well, fucking win. Okay. So now we're going to Major League Baseball. This is the one I have 3 on. Career. What career would you rather have? Alex Rodriguez, Curt Schilling, or Jose Altuve?
Oh, fuck.
Rank them 1, 2, 3.
Oh, Schilling's had a couple World Series. One with the Red Sox and one with Arizona. A-Rod has 1, and Altuve has 2, I think.
1.5.
They're all kind of jaded a little bit. The one that's actually not jaded is the Schilling World Series, but here it is, Dave.
Both the Schillings are untainted.
Yeah, here it is, Dave. I don't like being disliked. I don't think anybody is on this planet that we live in. I don't think anybody tries to go out and be disliked, right? We go out and we tiptoe around the tulips and everything else, but Curt Schilling has actually made a career after his baseball playing days of trying to be disliked because he's a dickhead. He's an absolute fucking dickhead. We don't want to get into the politics of things. That's not what we do here at the 1420 Sports Bar podcast.
And that's what the question is. Like, whose career would you rather have?
And so that's what I'm getting at. And then you go to Altuve, who battled through a lot of shit, getting basically told in the Houston Astros camp from I think it was Venezuela. I think he's from. Doesn't much matter. And getting told to go home, he came back and come back, and he made a lot of money. A smallish player, and then A-Rod could have probably been, arguably the greatest baseball player to ever play the game, with what he's accomplished his career before the steroids and before everything else, and being a dickhead and everything else. But that's a tough one. So we're talking just playing days, not post career.
Not post career, just career. Whose career?
A-Rod is tainted career because all his shit happened during his career, and he kind of had that fucking forgive. So A-Rod to me on that is 3. The biggest douche nozzle of the 3, and this is hard for me to say, is A-Rod. Oh no, Schilling's a bigger fucking dickhead than A-Rod is. Yeah, Schilling's a dick. Looking back, you know what? Fuck, this hurts. This hurts to say. I like the grittiness and the perseverance of a guy like Jose Altuve. Whether you believe whatever happened with the buzzers and the drum beating and everything else, and I'd rather have, out of those 3, I'd probably rather have, career-wise, Jose Altuve.
And then Schilling number 2, A-Rod number 3.
Yeah.
Ooh. I'm surprised.
A-Rod was such a dick. Because A-Rod was so belligerent when he got caught. He was so belligerent when he got caught. Like, just fuck off.
He was so good in Yankees. You got your Yankees.
No, I know.
Ring.
But he was so belligerent when he got caught. He went on WABC or whatever it was, or WFAN, and he goes, no, with Michael K. No, I didn't do that. So you lied. And then the team was like, get the fuck out of here. No, A-Rod was the biggest douchebag while he was playing of those three.
And he
The
was
shit,
so
the shit with
good.
Schilling came out afterwards.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, he did.
but the way that Altuve, with the way he's played the game over the years, he's
How he got
solid,
to the
man.
point and then
How
just
he got to even play.
yeah.
Like he's Corey Hart, man. With a little perseverance, he can get things done.
Well, I'm glad. I'm a little surprised, but I wanted to make it hard, and I knew it would be tough for you to put Altuve on the top of any list, but
Yeah.
you did it. Now here's the last one, NHL. Whose career would you rather have? Jarome Iginla or Ray Bourque?
Oh, that's a good one. That's a really good one. Iginla was a legend here around the Calgary area, but Ray Bourque was obviously a legend in Boston for a long time. Bourque got that quasi championship, not quasi, with left
Fair and
Boston.
square. There, yeah.
Yeah, he left Boston to go to Colorado, got that championship. But Iginla never got that championship. But the thing is that, and then we've both been down on this in the past, where
Iginla chased in a different way than
and never
Bourque,
got it. So it's kind of like, oh, that's kind of that looks bad. That's a bad look. That's a bad look. 'Cause I think we both said it, he might have been doing this when we started this podcast. Is that he was chasing? We're like, maybe just call it good, right? And but fuck, Iginla was so good because the thing, like I watched Ray Bourque for a lot of years, obviously, and so do you. But I never thought that Ray Bourque was ever that guy. Like there was a lot of players better than Bourque watching him. I never once thought that. I never once, because I was a goalie, so I never paid attention.
On that note, who was better, Ray Bourque or Chris Pronger? Then, like the way you're talking about him, I think Ray Bourque was every bit as good, if not better, than Chris Pronger.
In their prime, I take Chris Pronger every day and Sunday, 100% of the time.
Just because of size, they kind of did the same.
I take Scott Niedermayer 1,000 times over Ray Bourque every time.
I would take Scott Niedermayer over Pronger or Bourque as well.
Oh, 100%.
But I think Bourque and Pronger are kind of comparables. I think Bourque was just so good all the time, and that was a different time as well, right?
Yeah.
That where you just kept doing your job over and over, and do it well, and made a difference. Killed every penalty. He was out there all the time. You always wanted Ray Bourque on the ice.
It might be one of those heartfelt things, Dave, that you remember 2002 when Iginla came out of nowhere and made that Olympic team for Calgary
As a call up, yeah.
As a call up in Calgary, they're like, we need to fill a roster spot. They're like, hey, this guy's pretty good, because that's actually what happened there, right? And man, no, you know what? I as much as I like Iginla, I'm probably taking Ray Bourque on that
one. Because of the ring, or because of the career, or because Iggy was chasing at the end?
I think the career, and then the end of it's a little bit wishy-washy for
so
Iginla.
Bourque's chasing is a little bit more forgivable because he was so close.
Well, because he won.
He won,
and then it won. I actually don't. If Bourque didn't win that 1 year in Colorado, I think Bourque would have retired.
I believe so too.
Iginla kept chasing, and it was kind of like, oh, geez, dude, it's over.
Yeah,
and it's not like Iginla was a bad player at the end of his career, but it's like, okay,
when he was overpaid, he wouldn't be able to do that now, right? Like, because he was making decent money playing when he played for Colorado. Like, what did he do? He got traded to Pittsburgh, and then to
Boston,
Colorado,
Boston, Pittsburgh, or however it went. Yeah,
whatever. Like, he played for 3 teams after the Flames. Yeah, so I agree with you too. I think I would take Bourque's career over Iggy's, but around this, like you say, in this neck of the woods, especially with that what was it, 96 or 2006 Cup run, that was legendary. The
I
level
do
of
like.
play.
I don't like. I don't. Obviously, we're not anywhere near Boston, but I do think that those couple 3 years where Iggy like it started that '02 baptism he got with the Canadian Olympic team in Salt Lake and how it went on. Man, that guy was one of, if not the best hockey player on the planet for 4 years. And I don't think that Ray Bork was ever
As
ever
dominant.
the best player on the planet.
Yeah.
Iggy was right there. And like we obviously we're waxing poetic here a little bit, but how how that all worked out, like in '02, that summer, that August of '02 when he got invited, because I can't remember who the player was that got hurt.
Someone got dinged or whatever, and
dinged up, and so Iginla came to the Father David Bauer Arena in Calgary there and said, "Well, you're gonna, can you come and play?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure, Spike." And then he's only in the league for four years at that point, right? And he was one of the best players in the world.
He was the I'll call like the power forward, right? Like he can score. He had
not 02, but there was a span where Iginla was the best player in the world.
So much fucking grit, right? Like one of the most famous things you see in people's houses, us particularly Flames fans, and I imagine other fans too, is that picture from the Stanley Cup finals with him and Le Cavalier, Chuck and Knuckles. Yeah,
Game 5, I think it was.
Yeah, whatever it was, it's awesome. And like and you hear things about like having Flames fans, the shift against Detroit, and just he was a force of nature, and I wish Iggy wasn't a Flame because I have so much respect for him.
Iginla's best days as a Flame are better than Bork's best days as a Bruin.
I agree with that, but and like we say all the time about a coach, he didn't do fuck all without Kiprusoff between the pipes.
Yeah, we don't know who what was it, 06 Flames team is without Kiprusoff in that.
Right.
So.
And then, so we don't know the legend of Iggy and his heroics. Well, we do know. Actually, that's not true, because like he was heroic in the Olympics. He definitely was a contributor, and I won't call him the best player on the ice, but he was a really good fucking player, and he definitely belonged on those Canadian Olympic teams. That's for sure.
We'll call her a night here, Dave. It's been a fun show. A lot of reminiscing with old times and anything else. But what's your favorite memory of that Jarome Iginla, Joe Sakic, Chris Pronger, like we said, and everything else, that 02 Olympic team that won the gold medal there? Like I remember where I was. I remember the aftermath, but like the game.
02 was the one in Salt Lake City, right?
Salt Lake City. What's your favorite memory of that one?
Well, the one I remember who scored that goal, was it Iggy or was it Fleury that scored that goal? With the first of all, the pad save by Brodeur, and then shortly after that, the pass that came to Mario Lemieux, let it go through his legs, and then that's it. That's the one. Yeah. And then Fleury played really well in the gold medal game as well. I recall that. I don't have a particular memory, but that pad save by Brodeur on, I wouldn't even know. It was like, oh fuck. And then he saved it, and then shortly after that, that pass that Lemieux let go, he got the assist.
That was on Adam Graves, I think. Yeah, it's crazy. It's just wow. No,
I watched that in Luke's basement at when he was living on Heritage Lane,
just over here.
I watched it. Yeah,
I was at the Cal Hotel in Vernon, BC. I remember it well. I remember like the. Between the first and second period, Steve called me. I had a cell phone back then, but Steve called me and he says, "Where you at?" Steve. He's like, "Where you at?" We're at the Cal. You having fun? Yeah, I'm having fun. Canada's got this. They're gonna win. They're gonna win 4-2. So, good enough. And so we went to the table there in Canada and went in 4-2. So it was a great memory. Like that is one of my favorite memories in the history of everything. Like, it was
fun.
Such a great day.
Sunday afternoon, right?
Yeah. Like,
and then horn hawking and high fiving and
everything.
It was definitely community, right? It's funny, like how we mentioned with Aaron and Joey the other day, how the community is just different, right? The Friday community is with your high school, the Saturday community is with your college, the Sunday community is with your professional team. That day it was national community. It was community.
It was unbelievable.
And that's the best thing about being a fan.
It was so great. Like, I remember how that morning started. We'll call it a night here in a second, but I remember that morning.
People were a little nervous. I remember talking to you because Canada lost, got shit canned by
Sweden on the Thursday game 1
in the round robin.
I remember on the Saturday before. I was nerved up, and I wasn't playing the game, but I was fucking nerved up. Like, this one meant a lot for some reason. I don't know what it was. I was fucking,
because Canada hadn't won in 50 years or whatever.
Yeah, and I was nerved up, and I was living in Vernon, BC, and I drove down to Penticton, down the Okanagan Lake there, just to go for, you know how you go for a drive just to. And I was nerved, just
to think and listen to some tunes.
And I don't know what I was going to do to unnerve the whole situation, but I went down to Slack Allison, Penticton, and had a couple of beers, and I drove back up to Vernon. And then the next morning, woke up around 9 a.m. or got out of the house at 9 a.m. I was,
and that's Saturday or the game day?
The Sunday was the game day.
Yeah.
So I went down to the Cal Hotel, and I told Irene, I still remember her name. I said, yeah, can we get a table for 10? She's like, what? I said, trust me, there'll be 10 people sitting at this table. Yeah. And I think my brother still actually has the receipt of that day in his wallet of how much money. It's one of those moments like that. That's probably one of the greatest moments in sports history that I've ever
for you as a fan.
Yeah. It was better than anyone I played in.
A lot of high fiving, eh?
Oh, high fives, bum slaps, the whole bit. Yeah, no, it was amazing. Like, absolutely amazing.
Were you wearing a jersey?
I did, yeah.
No, I wasn't wearing a jersey at Luke's. I wasn't a jersey wearer. I'm still not really a huge jersey wearer.
I had a jersey on that I bought at the 9th exhibition game in Calgary against the Russians from the 1996 World Cup of Hockey.
Oh, so it was the old one, the old black and like a
there was some different colors on there. It was nice, yeah.
I miss Canada. I think the Canada should put the blue pants back on.
The Gretzky's from 78.
Yeah, the old Canada Cuppers.
Yeah, the Gretzky's from 78. No,
as a side like that, the fuck, Carolina's going to wear a Hartford Whaler throwback uniform with Cooperalls.
Fucking Cooperalls. I saw that. Good on him.
That is awesome.
I go to the tournaments, when I go and play in tournaments in White Forest or wherever in Fort McLeod, I still put the Cooperalls on. I have Tubby Creighton's from the 1986 AJHL All-Star game when he played the Hobbema Hawks. I should get those back to Chubby. But yeah, I have a pair of Cooperalls I still wear every time I play hockey. They're slick looking. They're slick. They're not comfortable, but they're slick.
It was a nice look, and I appreciate. And I don't know why they said no, because it was Hartford and the Flyers.
Flyers, yeah.
Yeah. So the Flyers should bring those fuckers out.
Well, every team in the Western League used to wear those.
The entire CHL,
yeah.
3-4 years they used to have them, and I thought actually they kind of looked good.
I think Cooperalls are slick as fuck,
man. Make a comeback.
They should, anyways. The 1420 Sports Bar Podcast for Beer Sports Talk and a whole lot more. Take care of each other. More importantly, take care of yourself. See you around. Keep your stick on the ice. And what else, Dave?
Don't swing at high pitches. And hey, Grey Cup on Sunday. Tune in, everybody. It's
New
on
article coming
Hulu.
out from 1420 Dave on the 1420sportsbar.com tomorrow about the Grey Cup. Who do you got
Tune
winning?
in. Well, you got to go for the Blue Bombers.
Yeah.
I'm a Western boy, so you got to go Winnipeg. Winnipeg's against Montreal, and so I think Winnipeg's a bit of a dynasty. I think I say think because I don't know. I think this might be Winnipeg's third in a row if they pull it off.
Oh, go Bombers.
Go Bombers! Go
The
Bombers!
homeland. It's actually the homeland. where Steve was born, the homeland. Go Bombers.
Well,
Anyways.
go Bombers. The Winnipeg Blue Bombers.
Have a good night, folks. We'll talk to you on Monday night.